You can hate your body even when you're in shape. I've seen that. But the thing is, loving your body also means taking care of it. Hello. Welcome to Healthy Systems Podcast. I'm your host, Coach Mo. Today's episode is about, I'm directly talking to people that are over 200 pounds and you're not over 6 feet. Okay. So we're going to have an honest conversation today, especially the females. All right. So if you're over 200 pounds and you're maybe 5'3", 5'4", 5'5", 5'6", we got to have an honest conversation today. And I say this with a lot of respect. I say this as somebody that's coached hundreds and hundreds of women and men. But what I see most commonly are some of the traits I'm going to talk about today. So if you're over 200 pounds, for most people, the priority right now should be to lose weight. Okay. Not because of aesthetics, not because of how you look, not because society tells you that you should look a certain way, but because biologically, your body is under a lot of stress, okay? It's under a lot more stress than it needs to be. It's almost like your body was not designed to carry that much weight. So if you think about it, if you're 5'3", 5'4", and your natural healthy weight should be around 140, 150, you got to realize that you're carrying around 40, 50 more pounds, 24/7, the whole day, the whole year. So on your lungs, on your heart, on your skeletal system, on your bones, that's a lot of weight, right? And that's what leads to back pain. That's what leads to knee pain and all kinds of problems, right? And the tricky part today is that we have started normalizing being overweight, right? It is just whenever somebody starts losing weight, we say like, you are good the way you are. Girl, don't do anything. You are perfect, right? You're beautiful. And it's like, yes, you are, right? But at the end of the day, you're going to be the only person that's going to have to live with the ramifications of being overweight, right? That's what I keep saying. I say this with love because we've gotten very sensitive about this topic. But the thing is, just like you gain that weight, you can also lose it, right? So there's no reason to be sensitive about these things. It's more important to take it seriously, right? So people say things like, hey man, I'm just big boned. Hey man, my mom was this way, so I am that way. Hey man, this is just my body type. Hey man, everyone is this size in my family. Well, if we're being honest, your body pays a price when it carries a lot of extra weight, right? Your joints feel it, your metabolism feels it, your hormones feel it, right? And I want to break down a few reasons why this matters. Not to shame anyone, but to help you understand what's actually happening inside your body. Because when you understand the biology, it becomes easier to take action, right? So the first thing I want to talk about is insulin resistance. Right? If you get your medical labs checked out or you go to your doctors or if you are on social media, you probably hear the word insulin resistance a lot. So one of the biggest things that happens when somebody carries a lot of extra weight is called insulin resistance. So let me explain it in simple words because we have to explain it to our clients a lot. So what happens is every time you eat carbohydrates, which are foods that are bread, rice, pasta, fruit, sugar, potatoes, your body releases a hormone called insulin. Now, insulin's job is to move the sugar, right, out of your bloodstream and put it into the cells. So there it can be used for energy. That's normal. That's healthy. So think of it like this. You eat rice. Your body converts that into glucose. Insulin's job, your liver makes insulin, pancreas makes insulin, and insulin's job is to come and carry that glucose out of the bloodstream and put it into the right areas, right cells, right muscles, right? That's normal, that's healthy. But when somebody carries a lot of body fat, especially around the stomach area, the body becomes less responsive to insulin. So now the body has to release more and more insulin just to manage the blood sugar, right? So when insulin levels stay high all the time, several things start happening. You end up feeling hungrier, you crave sugar more often, your body stores more fat, and now your energy levels crash. So eventually this leads to prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. And the difficult part is many people think that if they just had more willpower, they could, figure this out. So they'll say things like, I just can't stop craving sugar. I'm just always hungry. What do I even do, Mo? I just need more motivation. But a lot of the time, it's not a discipline issue. It's a metabolic issue. Your body has become resistant to insulin. The encouraging part, though, on the other side, is that it's very reversible, right? So when you lose body fat, so now we're focused on exercise, nutrition, training, accountability, sleep, all of those things. When you start losing body fat and start building muscle, your body becomes more sensitive to insulin again. It starts working. So it's not resistant to insulin. It's actually becoming sensitive to insulin, which is what we want. So your metabolism improves, your energy improves, and suddenly the same foods that once caused you big cravings don't hit you the same way because all that glucose is no longer just sitting in your bloodstream. It's actually getting put into muscles and getting put to good use. Second thing that happens when you're over 200 pounds, that was insulin resistance. You lose the weight, you go from insulin resistance to insulin sensitive, which is what we want. That's part one. Part two is muscle loss. So here's another thing people don't talk enough about. When somebody's overweight and inactive, they often lose muscle over time. And muscle is incredibly important for your metabolism, right? Muscle does a lot more than just make you look toned. Muscle helps the muscle tissue. It helps burn calories, regulate blood sugar, support your joints, improve your posture, and even maintain mobility as you age. So when somebody spends years being sedentary, they slowly start losing muscle mass, also known as sarcopenia, right? So at the same time, your body fat is going up due to your hormones. You're 200 pounds. You don't even know you're overweight. You feel like you're fine. But as your body fat is going up, your muscle mass is going down. So now you have a body that has less metabolic engine and just more stored energy. So there's just fat everywhere, right? And that's one of the reasons weight loss can feel harder as you get older because your muscle mass is a lot lower. Your bones are weaker. Your joints already hurt. Now, good luck trying to get into it, right? So the sooner you can start your fitness journey, the better. So metabolism is also working with less muscle as you get older. So that's where strength training is so important because you're not just losing fat. You're also building muscle, which means you're also rebuilding your metabolism, which means your metabolism is going to get healthier and healthier, right? One other area I want to touch on is the joint stress. Right. So there's also the mechanical side of weight loss. So if you're over 200 pounds, your body has to carry your weight everywhere you go. When you're walking, when you're climbing stairs, when you're standing, when you're getting out of a car, when you're using the bathroom, your body is carrying 50 more pounds. It's kind of like carrying a backpack that's 50 pounds and you carry that on you 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. That's a lot of stress on your joints, right? So if somebody, literally, there's an analogy on it which says, if somebody carries 50 extra pounds of weight, that's about 200 extra pounds of pressure on your knees on every single step. So imagine if we could just lose 40, 50 pounds. You're not just losing 40, 50 pounds. You're taking away 200 extra pounds of pressure on your left knee and your right knee. So you see how much happier your joints will be, right? So now imagine that happening thousands of times per day. So if you're like one step is 200 extra pounds of weight on your knees, imagine that's happening 1,000 times a day for every step that you walk. Over the years, that stress can lead to knee pain, joint degeneration, back pain, reduced mobility, so many other issues, right? So losing weight doesn't just improve how you look. It literally reduces the load on your body every single day. So the real problem I see today is we've started pretending that this is not a problem. We tell people everything is fine. Doctors are afraid to tell patients you're overweight because most of the doctors are overweight. And if you tell your patient they're overweight, they get offended, right? Luckily, I'm in the fitness world, right? People come to us after realizing they're overweight. So we don't have to deal with that sensitivity, but we've kind of made it as a society. We stopped pretending. We've started pretending this is not a problem. And look, loving your body is important. You can hate your body even when you're in shape. I've seen that. But the thing is, loving your body also means taking care of it, right? So your body was designed to move. It was designed to be strong. It was designed to have energy. It was designed to live a long life. And sometimes loving your body means being honest about where you're at today. So if you're over 200 pounds and you're 5'5", that's a lot of weight, right? Let's lose it because it can be done, right? So instead of just buying the propaganda machine that says you're perfect the way you are, you don't focus on fitness, screw those people. You're doing this for your health, right? So the good news is, and here's the encouraging part, you don't need to lose 80 pounds to start improving your health. Research even shows just losing 5 to 10% of your body weight can dramatically improve things like insulin sensitivity, blood pressure, cholesterol, energy levels, and joint stress. So if someone weighs 220 pounds, losing just 15 to 20 pounds already can create meaningful health improvements. And we do that in 3 to 4 months with all of our clients, right? Like that is a very realistic timeline where 4 months is 16 weeks. So in 4 months, we've had so many clients lose anywhere from 15 to 25 pounds based on like client. But overall, it's very doable. So imagine losing 15 to 20 pounds. Now your insulin goes from insulin resistance to insulin sensitivity. Blood pressure is better, cholesterol is better, energy levels are better. So small consistent changes can bring it all together and can lead to huge results. So if currently, I guess to wrap it all up, if you're currently over 200 pounds, I don't want you to feel discouraged. I just want you to be aware. I want you to feel hopeful because your body is incredibly adaptable. So with the right environment, the right nutrition, the right accountability, the right training, the right consistency, your metabolism can improve, your strength can improve, and your health can improve. But it all starts with being honest with where you're at today. And please don't BS yourself by being like, I'll figure this out when I have more time. I'll figure this out when I feel motivated again. You won't. It likely took you 5 to 10 years to gain this weight. So how do you expect to lose it all of a sudden? You won't. Just be honest with yourself, right? And that's where a lot of our clients that work with us lose weight, get healthier, and they, fit into clothes they haven't fit into for years is because they came to that moment. They realized, man, nothing's going to change if nothing's going to change. They came and worked with us. They came and worked with professionals. They got one-on-one guidance, weekly check-ins, weekly daily messages, back and forth, getting to know you, your lifestyle, your meal plan, your, strength, your exercises. That's what we work with. So if you're somebody that's over 200 pounds and you're looking for change, don't try to do this alone because likely you have been trying and you have been failing. Otherwise, you wouldn't still be at 220 pounds. So if that's you, reach out, right? We'll be more than happy to jump on a call with you, get to know you better, and then offer any support that, we can offer you. And if we decide to work together, then let's bring it. We're going to tackle this obesity problem together. And most likely because we've coached over 2,000 clients at this point. But overall, at the end of the day, it's not motivation, it's execution. And when it comes to execution, knowing what to do is more important than what you actually do. And that's where coaching can really help. So at the end of the day, if you're looking for help, reach out. Let's get on a call. Let's talk about your specific scenario, your goals. And you can reach out to me pretty easily on Instagram, on Facebook. It's just Mo Gaius, MOEGHIAS. Just message me, hey coach, I listened to your podcast. I am the one that's looking for help. Would love to learn more. And then no shame, no judgment. We've helped hundreds and hundreds of clients without putting them on drugs, right? So we do it all in a healthy way with proper exercise, nutrition. We'll try to make it as easy as possible for you so we can actually start gaining momentum as opposed to wasting another year. And then next year, because the crazy thing I forgot to mention is when you're 220 pounds or anywhere above, 190 pounds, what happens is if you do nothing, every year your weight goes up. I've seen this time and time again because your metabolism is slowing down, your muscle mass is going down. So every year, even if you keep eating the same amount of calories, you're going to keep gaining weight. Your metabolism is slowing down, so it's burning less and it's storing more, right? So you see how you're just setting yourself up for failure. But overall, help is available. That's what we do for a living. Reach out. You can also go to our website. Just go to twtt.us, just short for Training with the Titans, twtt.us. Book a call. Let's chat. But overall, don't let society normalize obesity. It's not good for us. It's not good for our future generations. It's not good for our kids at all, right? Being healthy is a status symbol. Being healthy is good for your joints. Being healthy is good for your hormones. Being healthy is good for every area of your life, right? If you're already an amazing person at your job, you're already very good, being healthy will make you 3 times better. If you're already a great mom, it's going to make you 3 times better mom. If you're already any area of your life, being healthy will just make it better. Okay. So I hope this helps and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for listening to the Healthy Systems podcast. I really appreciate you for tuning in today. Now, here are 2 ways I can help you for free. 1, you can join our free Facebook community by just going to this link, bit.ly/Titan Facebook group. Just type that into your browser and then answer 2 questions, and then we'll let you into our Facebook community where you'll meet other people, as well as we have a lot of free resources in terms of meal plans, workouts, all kinds of stuff in there. Second way I can help you for free is if you follow me on Instagram at Mo Gaius, MOEG as in George, H as in horse, I as in India, A as in apple, S as in Sam. Follow me there and then shoot me a message with the word Healthy Systems, and then I'll be sure to send you a free gift. Other than that, keep listening in and I really appreciate you.